Okay, so this is a quick video to explain UML diagram. You may have seen this before in Java 1, but if not, it's really just a picture or a shorthand look at what your class would look like if you were to code one. I want you to get familiar with this type of diagram because I'm going to be presenting them like in homework assignments. For example, in your first homework assignment, I'm going to give you a UML diagram and you're going to translate that to code. So this is a UML diagram based on the product class. Let me pull up that demo again. This is one that I talked about a lot in week 1. This is the version, it's kind of a later video when I overrode the toString. So let's just take a look at the product class and we'll see how this translates to the UML diagram. The first thing is, of course, the instance fields. Okay, so I have these various instance fields with various data types. I also have the static instance field that we talked about. So let's take a look at how those express in the UML diagram. So those are going to go at the top. In the style that I'm using a program called Plant UML, and it will do red squares for the instance variables or the instance fields. So you can see they are providing the data types, okay? So really everything is kind of there for you. If you were to be, confronted with a UML diagram in a homework assignment, you'd be like, oh, okay, these are the data types she wants, these are the instance field names, and so on. One thing it does not include is the word private. You need to make your data private. You need to not forget to make your data, your instance variables private. Okay, so those are the instance variables. Those are going to be at the top. And then, with the way I write my classes, you're always going to see the interesting methods up at the top. I've told you multiple times now in videos, when it comes to these like getters and setters, kind of these workhorse methods, I always just push them down to the last. Those are, I'll make it a point to always do those last, so we can focus on the more important and interesting methods that are going to take more time, because these, as we know, are auto-generated. So let's take a look at what we have here. I will pretty much always dive into the constructors right after the instance fields. So let's look at the constructors in the UML diagram. So here we go. There's your default constructor, or the 0 parameter constructor. And then we have the parameterized constructor with the various parameters. Okay. And then who's next? This looks like the toString override. Let's take a look. And there it is, the way I overrode toString in the class. Okay, so I want you to be able to recognize that. If you see toString, you're like, oh, okay, I have to override toString then in this class. And then after that, we're on to the getters and setters. As soon as you see a word get or a set, as long as it's coming from me, realize you're home free, okay? Because now you're in getter and setter mode, and these are those auto-generated ones. So, and those take up most of the methods, as we know, but that's fine because those are really not a big deal. So yeah, that's a UML diagram, and you're going to see a lot more of them in the future.